Where am I? I'm hiding. Hold on here. What is going on? Oh my goodness. I don't know where I am. Let's see here. Okay, I think Jen saved me. Oh no, what is going on? Very strange. Hold on, everybody. Am I here? I'm here. Oh my gosh. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Grommet Live. I was lost in Techland there for a second, but I am back. And it is so good to be here and good to see everybody. And gosh, we already have so many people on and we already have the chat going, which I love to see. We have several of the makers in the house already. Hello, everybody. Oh my gosh, Donna is here, and we've got Bag to the Bone here. We have got Il Piccolo, which is also Donna. Love my female inventors, and wherever you guys are tuning in from, welcome to all of you, because we are all over the place tonight. We are on Facebook on a couple different pages. We are on YouTube on a couple different pages. We are on X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it. And we're on LinkedIn and even on Instagram tonight. So we are all over the place. Hello, Paul. We've got, gosh, so many people here tonight. You guys, welcome. Hope everybody's had a wonderful, wonderful week. It's kind of fun doing these shows on Thursday, I have to say, and especially because I get so excited at Grommet because every Thursday morning, if you are like me at all, if you love Grommet as much as I do, I kind of geek out on the Grommet emails that come with all of the brand new product launches. Me being an inventor myself, I get very excited to see the latest innovations. And I know the people who pick the products at Grommet. So I love to think about why they chose the ones that they chose, and they're always so fabulous. And there were so many of them this morning. My mom and I were having coffee together, and we together were going through them and upvoting, and it's just so much fun. And so the fact that then this very same day I get to go live with all of you and give you my thoughts on all these products and demo them for you. So many of them have been showing up at my house all week. I have had so much fun playing with them, and now I get to share them live with all of you guys. So thank you for letting me do what I do. Thank you to all the makers for creating these fantastic products. I just saw Jimba jump on. You guys, your product could not have come to me at a better time. I cannot wait to talk about Jimba. It is just so fitting for my life right now and is making such a big difference. And I only started using it 2 days ago. And I'm just obsessed with it. So I can't wait to talk about that one. So I'm so glad you guys are here all the way from Finland, I believe. So welcome, welcome. And if anyone is brand new to Grommet, I just want to explain what the heck Grommet is and how all of this works. This is live shopping, you guys. I'm sure you've been hearing about it. Everyone's been buzzing about live shopping this year. I've been talking about it for about 12 years. So it's very exciting to me to finally hear everybody else starting to talk about it. I believe in it so wholeheartedly for the brands and the makers who use it. But as a consumer, I love it. I love being able to learn about products real time like this, being able to ask questions when you see a product and not just looking at a static image and hoping when it shows up at your door, it's what you thought it was going to be. So I love hosting this show because I get to do the live shopping element and I get to introduce you to the coolest products. And so the way Grommet works is we do Grommet Live once a week, sometimes twice a week. And on Thursdays, what we're doing is we're always introducing these brand new product launches. And when I show you a product, what's going to happen is you're going to see an image of the product right over there. You're going to see a QR code underneath the product. And think of that QR code like a way to vote, to say what we call at Grommet, upvote. So you're basically giving a thumbs up, a high five, like, wow, that's a cool product. If you want to buy it, that's obviously great. And you can buy it right there with that QR code, but you don't have to. There is no, strings attached to voting. But what you get, no matter what, is you're going to get a thank you in the way of a 20% discount on that product. So this is a great example. You're seeing one right there, Glare Guard, which is typically $39.99. But if you upvote it, you're going to get it for $29.99. So you're getting that 20% off in real time. And if you don't want to use it now, it'll go into a folder. You can use it whenever you want. So you'll have that 20% off. Now, something that we do every night on Grommet Live that everybody loves is we do giveaways, and we do 2 of them. And so tonight we are giving away 2 of the products that I am featuring. We're going to do one about halfway through. So we'll say after product number 3. If you have not already entered, let's do that right now. And all you have to do is use that QR code. So take your camera out, take a quick picture, and you can enter right there. Now, for all of you guys who are here live, and there are a lot of you, with what you get as sort of a special perk for being here live is that you get a second entry by putting one word into the chat. And many of you know what the word is, but I'm going to tell you anyway. For those who don't, it is giveaway. So just put that one word. And part of the reason I do that is because I love to get the chat going. Some people are a little apprehensive at first about the chat, but the chat is so important to Grommet Live. Not only does it make it so much fun to have everybody kind of chatting back and forth and giving virtual high fives to all the makers, but it also gets the algorithm in motion. So if Facebook sees that there's a lot of chatting going on, kicks in the algorithm and it gets pushed out to more and more people. And so that's the whole goal of the show is we want these makers' products to be found, to be discovered, to be seen. We want to tell the stories of these makers and have people around the world hearing about it. So it is up to you guys tonight to really put some energy into that chat because the makers will thank you forever for that because it really can make, really propel a business in a big way. So thank you to everybody who is doubling their chances to win. We've got Kathy Sullivan. We've got Paul Connolly. We've got Vetta. We've got Sherry. Welcome, Sherry. I got to see Sherry earlier today. Lots of people. And so, guys, without any further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get started because we've got 6 incredible products. I was so torn with, I never know where to start. I always look for these ways to kind of segue from one product to another. Didn't find a lot of segues tonight. So we're just going to dive in and kind of randomly go through each product. Each one is super innovative, which I love. So the first one, this was actually the first one I upvoted this morning when I was having my coffee because I just thought, wow, this is so brilliant on so many levels. And as you know, if you have watched Grommet Live before, or if you have shopped on Grommet, then you know there are a lot of water bottles on Grommet. And it seems that each one has something that is special about it, does something fancier than the next. But to me, the one that I'm going to show you right now really is game-changing. And I had so much fun going to different sites actually and reading reviews because it came to me a little bit late, so I didn't have a chance to use it on the level that I would have wanted to. So I do love reading reviews and hearing how much people are loving this and how game-changing it's been for them. I get it. And I just was so honored to be able to talk about this. This bottle, and there's actually a couple different versions, but I'm going to show you, I'll just show you the main one right now. This is the 25 ounce. This is called Water to Go. What makes this bottle special is that there is a built-in filter to this bottle. And the filter is so incredible. It is that triple nano filtration system, fancy words, for basically saying that this bottle on its own can filter out 99.9% of anything that causes illness, bacteria, parasites, viruses, anything like that. It filters it out instantly. It is pretty incredible. I'm going to open it up just to show you. So there is the filter right there, just a regular water bottle right there. So it just goes in. So you can literally put this in a puddle of water or a pond or a lake or a river, anywhere that it is fresh water, not salt water. It will take literally dirty water. Let me just show you a picture that shows it just perfectly. Look at the water right there. I'm going to go full screen just to show you what I mean. So it turns water that looks like that literally into water that looks like that crystal clear water that you're seeing right there. So right away, my mind went to all of the applications of that. So what, thinking of people that go hiking and camping, and how could you possibly bring a whole bunch of bottles of water when you're hiking with a backpack? But yet you're going to need water and you're going to run out of water. So you can literally have this bottle that is just so lightweight, and you will see a lake or a pond or something on your hike, and you're literally just filling it up. And as you drink from it, it goes through the filter, and 99.9% of everything in there gets filtered out. So you're drinking that crystal clear, purified water. Let me show, this shows it perfectly. Here's a guy camping, just goes down by the stream, fills it right up, puts the lid on, and we'll drink straight from the bottle. How cool is that? I mean, so brilliant. And so I am somebody who, I'm not a super green environmentalist, or, that's just, I appreciate all of that, but I'm not huge in that world. But the one area that bothers me so much is the water bottles, the plastic water bottles in our landfills. And the fact that this one bottle replaces 400 single use, and I should say one bottle, but it's actually the one filter, 400 single-use plastic bottles it saves from going into our landfill. So that alone, I'm sold. But as I'm sitting there having coffee with my mom, I've been trying to get my mom hydrated to drink more water. And she always runs out of the water bottles that I buy for her. And so she'll take it straight from the tap. And I get so nervous about that because I know, in fact, I have a picture of the pipes at the White House. So if the pipes at the White House look like this, I have to believe that the pipes at my mom's apartment building, I can't even imagine. And I have tasted the water and it's awful. Those are the pipes at the White House. So, we've all heard the stories about Flint, Michigan, and communities all over America where the water is so incredibly contaminated. And you can literally, with this bottle, you can put tap water right into it and have that peace of mind that you're drinking perfectly filtered water. So then, of course, right away you think, or I think, I live in Southern California, and we go to Mexico quite a bit. Cabo San Lucas is a big destination place for us. And I'm a nervous wreck with my kids, with myself, just drinking water down there because people get so sick from, I don't even know what it is, whether it's parasites or what it is. But the thought of being able to bring these with us to Mexico and just know that it's going to be safe to drink water down there because of this is incredible. And that's when I talked about reading the reviews. That's review after review after review of people that traveled to India and used this bottle the entire time that they were in India and never once got sick. And someone even wrote a review about how they traveled with somebody who didn't use this, but they were staying at some fancy hotel and thought it would be fine. And that person got really, really sick, and this person did not. Paul is saying, amen to that bag, more water with less weight. What's the score? My back would be so grateful for. Oh my gosh, something lightweight on hikes. That's exactly what I was thinking, is it's so difficult to carry heavy water bottles on these hikes. And how about if you're biking? I mean, this is that perfect size water bottle to go right into the, the little holders that you can build into the bikes. So perfect for that too. I mean, just problem solving on every level. Now, this one is the 25 ounces. And then they've got the smaller one here, which is 18.5 ounces, I believe it is. These are made of sugarcane, which I thought was really, really interesting. So love that it's all, environmentally sound on every level. And this is a veteran-owned company, which I love that as well. Gosh, I'm trying to think what else I'm missing. It is BPA free. It is dishwasher safe. It just checks all the marks. And when you look at the price, Jen, if you can pull the QR code up for a second there. So it's, it's on the pricier side for a water bottle, but that is the filter. I mean, it's all about the filter and about being able to drink filtered water anywhere in the world and knowing that it's probably more filtered than the water that's inside of filtered water bottles. What does it filter out exactly, says Candy? Well, I will tell you. It filters out bacteria, parasites, viruses, heavy metals, microplastics, fluoride, sediment, really anything. And then the other thing is, I was trying to look up exactly what I see this all the time, this acronym, which is PFAS. What I know is it's basically like forever chemicals. It's just bad stuff that's in water. It's just a very common term that I hear, and I know that it filters out that. Paul is chiming in: viruses, bacteria, parasites, chemical, heavy metals, microplastics. So all of that, it's just incredible. And I can't believe I didn't know about it before. I'm so grateful that we now have this on Grommet. And I know so many sort of outdoor adventurer kind of people in my life. And I just think this would be such a wonderful gift to give to somebody like that. But it's wonderful for everybody. As my mom was sitting there and I'm like, Mom, this is the answer to our problem, because she's constantly running out of water. I'm not there to go buy her more. And so I love that she can literally put this under the sink, the tap water, and I get to know that everything is going to be okay. Did I just see David Shahoyan pop in there? I think I did. Oh my gosh, how fun. So it's awesome. It really, really is. And one filter is going to be good for about 53 gallons of water. So that one filter is good for, they say roughly the average is about 3 months. Pretty great. And so in terms of cost, what you're seeing there is typically the bottle and the filter is going to be $56.99, but with that Grommet discount. So this would be, grab that QR code, whether you're buying it tonight or buying it tomorrow or a year from now, you'll always have that 20%. So you'll know that you'll get it for the $45.60. But so that does come with that one filter. Now, if you go to their website, which when you go to purchase it, after you do the QR code, it will take you directly to that website. You'll see that they have put together some great bundles also where you can get the bottle plus 2 filters instead of just the one. And you're saving, I think it's $12 on the first bundle. But then, you know, if you go up with volume, you're going to save more. And what I was thinking, how do you really know? Like, I think I would be nervous to go to Mexico and to drink out of this and just trust that I'm going to be okay. But it is been validated by 4 different third-party testing facilities. And I even read the tests. And I mean, this is legitimately, it shows you 99 point, I mean, some of it's 99.7, 99.9, like depending on what the chemical is, but it's all over 99% is being removed from the water that they tested with. So it's just, you know, it's backed by all of those third-party labs. And then just read the reviews of all the people that have traveled internationally and said that this has just been a godsend and that they can't imagine traveling any other way. How do I get the QR code to work? Can't click on it. Jen, I'm going to let you chime in on that. She's in Facebook. Linda is asking that. You should, Linda, be able to, it's with your phone. You're taking a picture of the QR code, and then on your phone, you're pushing the QR code, and it should take you, it should be upvoting and then taking you to the Water to Go website. Hopefully that answers that. That is Dave Shahoyan. Hello, Dave, my fellow Armenian. Good friend of mine. Anyway, you guys, how cool is that? I just am obsessed with it. I think it is one of the coolest products on all of Grommet. And I don't know, maybe I've been in the dark and not knowing. I do know that there's water bottles with filters, but nothing on the level that I would think I could travel internationally and not have to worry about water. Nothing that has been third-party tested this many times with the same data over and over, proving that. Okay, yeah, Jen is putting the link also into the chat. Now, guys, wherever you are tuning in from, whether it's Instagram or YouTube or Facebook or wherever it is, the chat that you are seeing is the chat that is on your platform. So I'm seeing all of them, I believe, but you guys are seeing where you are. I will tell you that the most active chat typically is on Grommet's Facebook page. So if you want to, you know, really be in on the action, I would go there because you'll see a lot more of this. But I will try to always repeat what I'm seeing so you guys are in the know about what's happening inside the chat. Let's see, you can upvote and get your 20% discount using the product link. Yes, so the link or the QR code you can use for that. And just what an amazing invention. And to date, now this has been out from what I understand for about 10 years. So in a decade, this has saved 165 million single-use water bottles from going into our landfills. So I love that number. I was trying actually to find, I don't know if you guys have seen, there's an image of all of the water bottles in the middle of the ocean somewhere. And it's just so devastating to see. And when you see that image, you just never want to drink from a regular single-use water bottle again. And so that's one of the reasons I'm so in love with this product. So well done, Water to Go. And again, lots of different options on their website. So definitely head over there and check it out. Let's see, our Il Piccolo Sommelier is saying water is essential, and this would help a lot with natural disasters. Oh my gosh, great point. Yep, and everybody's agreeing with that point, 100%, 100%. Very, very good point. Okay, guys, we are going to move on to the next product, and I already mentioned it. I mentioned how I've been using it, and it's just game-changing for me. If you've followed Grommet Live at all over the past year, you might know that I've been having a lot of back, hip leg issues. I used to say just back, now it's hip and leg. Don't like to say that that's true, but it is. And so I was so thrilled to discover a product on Grommet about 6 months, maybe 9 months ago, called the Qual Gear Standing Desk. And that has been a lifesaver for me because I do sit a lot. I'm on a lot of Zoom calls. I film a lot. I'm sitting way too much. That I know. And so Qual Gear actually sent me a desk. And so I now am using that. And it is really great because it actually does have an app that tells me you need to stand up and okay, you can sit down now. And so that has helped me from sitting for hours and hours on end. But even when I'm standing, which I find that I am more comfortable standing these days than sitting. So even when I'm standing, what goes through my mind is the doctors are always saying, how does it feel when you sit for prolonged periods of time? How does it feel when you stand? And either one of them for a prolonged period of time doesn't feel great, if I'm being honest. And so when I discovered this product, it's called the Jimba right here. And this basically, as you're seeing right there, it's the Jimba activation board. And so this goes, you can use it many ways. So I'm going to show you all the different ways. But this changed the game for me because when I'm standing, I am standing on this board now. And as you can see that curve there, but this has I want to get the term right. It's the patented cross flexibility design. So what it does is it mimics the movement, the muscle movement of walking, even though you're standing. And I'll show you a video to show you what I mean right here. So I sped it up a little bit just because the video got a little bit long, but lots of different ways to move with it. But the idea being that your muscles, your legs are engaged in a dynamic movement. So your muscles are being activated as you're standing. Where prior to this, and then of course there's sit-ups and stretching and different things that you can do as well. But prior to this, even though I was standing and thought I was being such a good girl for standing, really I'm standing static with my legs stiff. And so I just have a different kind of pain, but the same thing. Whereas with this, I'm standing and actually moving in different ways. And I actually I have fun doing it. It's actually a fun thing to do, but it feels so good because I am moving and your metabolism is speeding up. Your circulation is getting better. And when you're moving in that way, from your ankles to your knees, to your hips, to your low back, everything gets better. Your posture is immediately corrected. It's just so good. It's like they have a tagline about what is it? You walk while you're standing. And it's true. Like I'm standing there, but I'm really moving the whole time. And so it feels good. It's like it does something concentration wise for me and focus wise too. And I forget I'm doing it, but I know that it's helping my balance. It's helping my stability. It's doing so many good things. And then when you sit with it, show you a couple different options here. So you're seeing sitting and standing. So that's a lot like my standing desk. And so there it is under the feet, but there it is standing with or without shoes. And I actually really like it just in socks and even bare feet. It feels really good to me to actually feel from a tactical standpoint. So I prefer it without shoes. But then, as you see in this next one, here it is under the desk. You can turn it over and then you can have that tilt and kind of that support under your feet as well. And that feels good too. And getting kind of a calf stretch in the process there as well. Now, this image I really like because this is showing if I'm sitting. So what you're seeing as we go through the progression here on the left, these are the muscles that are activated when you're sitting, which is basically 0. And then you go to standing. So those are the 2 options that I was doing before I got the Jimba board. So standing, 0, there is no muscle activation at all. Then when you are walking, you're seeing there with the green, the muscles that get activated by walking. And then Jimba, as you're doing it just casually when you're standing there, you're even activating more muscles. And then when you're getting really active with it, you can see there that you've now activated even more muscles. Okay, they're chiming in saying the surface also stimulates the nerves under the feet when you're not using shoes, improving circulation. Yes, and that I think is why I like not having shoes on is I noticed that there's something that feels really, really good about that. And then I actually have used it for this. I just was curious about it. I wouldn't have thought to do this myself. But when you turn it over, I'll try to show it to you there. Actually, let me go back here so you can see it. So on this side, there is kind of a carpet. And so it is a soft surface, almost like an office carpet would be. And so you can lay over the top of it backwards and you're getting just a really nice stretch. And then it's kind of that perfect arch to be able to then do crunches on it. And so I've been doing that as well. So I've been trying to get full use out of it, especially because I knew I was going to do this show. There are a couple accessories that I wanted to show you too, because it comes with these two different balls. And these are sort of like massage balls, and you place them right onto the board. And they have different, oh, did I bring, shoot, I brought the two same ones, I think. No, I didn't. So one is softer than the other. There's the gray and the black. And I'll show you when I put them in here. And so even if you're sitting at the desk, just having, especially if you're barefoot, having the two kind of massage balls underneath your feet is such a nice touch. So there's just so many ways to use it, and it changes your workday. If you're someone that sits a lot like I do, oh my gosh. Or if you do have a standing desk, and I know that they are selling standing desks like crazy. So many of you probably do already have one. If you don't have one, I can't recommend it enough. But if you do already have one, you know what I'm talking about. Yes, you're standing, but you're still stiff, right? This changes all of that. And so then as I'm sitting here reviewing this with my mom this morning, I'm thinking in my mind how great this would be for her, because she has neuropathy. She has balance issues. She has, she's not as mobile anymore as she used to be. But so much of that is because she sits so long. And doctors upon doctors will talk about all of the issues that come from prolonged sitting or standing. So this helps with all of that. So I'm excited for her to start using it as well. So my gosh, you guys, this is a fantastic product. And I love that it's family owned. I have to show you the family. There they are. Heidi, I believe, is the daughter. And so this is a second generation family from Finland, was where it was created. And I believe that he was working, now I'm going to blank on what the company was, but this actually started because he was inventing or innovating for a different company. It was like an acoustic product, and it was a bent wood with screen. And when he turned it over, he realized that it felt good to stand on it, and his wheels just started spinning about, wow, this feels like it could be a really great piece of exercise equipment. And then he, played with it a little bit more. Before he knew it, he was standing on it just like you see in the video, just like you're seeing right there. And the response has just been tremendous. And they continue to come out with more and more products that really help with this prolonged sitting or standing, which unfortunately we all do too much of. And Heidi is here on the chat. Heidi did a wonderful video on the Grommet website. So if you haven't seen that, check that out. Heidi, I'm so glad you're here. And are you here coming to us from Finland? I know that's where you guys are based. I'm curious if you're actually there. So if you are, wherever you are, we're happy that you're here, but we are very happy if you are here all the way from Finland. And what a fantastic product. It's so fun to see you guys. I'm so happy that you're having so much success with it. I have to show you the colors because there's so many awesome colors. Oh gosh, where are they? Here they are. So, and though that picture doesn't even really do it justice, but let me just walk you through the colors. The first one that you're seeing there is the tangerine. And then there is a tide pool green. Well, actually the next one is the grayish, I would think. No, black probably. And then we've got the tide pool green. We have got the moonlight blue. And then behind the moonlight blue, we have the grayish. And then there is a pink blush. I think the pink blush might be my fave. They're all awesome. Great, great colors. And Heidi's actually in Chicago on a business trip. They're growing their business in the US. Love to see it. You guys are going to have so much success. And I'm curious about these. Were these an afterthought, or was this always, on the initial launch, was this part of it? Because these are great. I really love these. And it's great without it. But when I first started using it, I did it without these. And then because I didn't really understand them until I went to your website, and then I understood it, and I put them in, and I love them under my feet. So I'm curious about that. Okay, let's see. Finn, Candy's chiming in. Way to go, fellow Finn here. I didn't know that, Candy. How fun. Okay. Way to go, Jimba. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm going to be using it every day, probably for the rest of my life. I truly mean that. I'm not just saying that. She said the massage balls are an add-on from a few years back. Yes. Great add-on. Love it. Really, really. And that's, I was thinking with my mom, with her foot issues and neuropathy and all that, that these are a really nice addition for her too. So she hasn't used it yet, but she's going to use it very soon. We will report back. Okay, guys, we are going to do one more product and then we are going to do a giveaway. So if you have not already entered, this is your chance. Jen is putting it up one more time. You're just going to use that QR code right there. And I know QR codes can be a pain, but really all it is you're taking your phone out, you're snapping a quick pic and you push the button and you can enter right there. And then you just, if you want to double those chances to win the two products that I'm going to be giving away tonight, you're going to say one word in the chat and that word is giveaway. So easy to double your chances. And the last few shows, Jen, I might be wrong on this, but I think they've all been people that were here live inside the chat. I think they have. So let's keep that going. Okay, next product. Now this one I've been using for quite a while and I love it so much. And I'm so glad that I get to feature it again. The last time I featured it was with Greg in one of our first shows. So very, very long ago. I'm thinking most of you have not seen it, but it has been such a hit on Grommet. Such a hit, not just Grommet, everywhere. If you have ever driven, which I'm guessing many of you have, either in the passenger seat or the driver's seat, then you know, especially during the daytime, when the sun's coming up, when the sun's going down, just how annoying that glare can be. Not just annoying, it's actually quite dangerous if you're driving when you see that glare. And this product is called Glare Guard. And as simple as it is, it's, I mean, there are probably several different kinds of glare inhibiting products that are out there. I'm sure if you go on Amazon, you'll find a million of them. But the reason that this one has been so successful is this is as premium as it gets. And yet the price point, as you're seeing right there, it's less than $30 on with that Grommet discount. And so what it is basically is it is a visor that is so simple to install. It basically has aluminum clips right here that go right onto your visor. Here it is. And so when you're not using it, you just flip it up and you wouldn't even know it's there. So it's basically up here. But my gosh, when that sun comes into your windshield and you can put it down like this, you can still see perfectly through it, but it has that premium polarized lens. So it takes all of the glare away, but yet it doesn't dim your surroundings to where you can't see things, which I thought I wouldn't use this because to me, it looks so dark. But really all it does is it enhances the contrast and it just takes that glare away instantly. And so I love how thin it is because when I'm not using it, again, I have no idea it's even there. But when the sun comes and I start doing this, I'm so happy that oh my gosh, that's right. And I put it down and it's so adjustable that you can angle it any which way so you can get that block no matter what. Now I put it on, I have one on mine and one on the passenger side because, you know, sometimes that glare is coming from that way and I can put both of them down and it immediately changes the game. And then they even have one that is actually for nighttime glare. I'm curious in the chat, does anybody deal with the nighttime glare? It's not something that has ever been a problem for me, but I know so many people who are at the point where they don't even want to drive at night at all because when that oncoming traffic, the glare of those headlights can be really dangerous. But so that is this one right here. And so it's sort of a yellow tint. But same thing, I thought, well, if I'm using this at night, isn't it going to, you know, kind of hurt my vision that I'm not going to be able to see as clearly? But it doesn't. And I want to show you an image that shows what you see with a polarized lens. And that is right here. So the non-polarized being on the left. So it is just kind of that bright glare. But then with a really nice polarized lens, it's just toning it down and enhancing the contrast so that you can see clearly without glare. Let's see, Paul is saying that glare is super dangerous and unnerving. It's a great idea. Paul, it is such a great idea. Let me show you a video So you can see exactly how it works. So there, you guys have all been there, I'm sure. We've all been there. And so you put that down and see how there's still, and this is just showing how easy it is. There's a Velcro strap that kind of hugs it onto your visor. And it is just so adjustable so that you can block the sun any which way. And then it's completely out of sight when you're not using it. You'll totally forget you have it. So it is just such a big problem solver. And it's one of those products that you didn't know you needed. You did know, because you know how awful that glare can be. I mean, I feel like, you're doing this, then you think you're not going to see cars coming at you because you're blocking too much. But now you can block and see through the block. And so it is, once you use it, you'll wonder, how did you ever do without that? How did you ever deal with that glare when it gets really, really bright? And I can relate to that sun coming up one. I many times am going to work or going somewhere when the sun's just coming up and it is so bright. Let's see, big time. Nighttime glare is a nightmare, and it's daytime glare in the dark during the day and in the winter here too. Oh gosh, yes, because Candy is in Alaska. Yeah, I think it's something that everybody can relate to, whether for you it's nighttime or daytime. This one, actually, I didn't know about the nighttime one originally. I didn't know this one existed. So I did use this one at night, and I find this works great at night. So, and again, for me, it's not a big issue, the glare at night. But if you are someone with the glare at night, I would be curious if that works for you, or if you needed to have the yellow. But both of them are so smart. And at that price point with that Grommet discount, it's just a no-brainer. And also because, this is one of those where they stand behind it. You can try it for 30 days. So get it home. It's zero risk. Try it. See if it makes a difference for you. And if that polarized lens is really what I'm saying it is. And then if not, you just send it back and no questions asked, and they'll send it right back to you. But I will tell you that there are over 25,000 reviews on this product. That's how popular it is. And I think it's 4.5 stars and up, all of them. So I love that there's no tools. There's no, just simply attaches with the aluminum clasps. And so it's really, high quality, these clips. And then you got the extra security with the Velcro. So very, very smart product. Okay, let's see. Did I miss anything in the chat? I don't think I did. Okay, guys, we are going to do our first giveaway. So I'm going to find out who our first winner is, and I'm going to pick which product we're going to give away so far. I think that we've got to save our landfill from 400 more single-use bottles. So we are going to give away a water to go bottle. Whoever gets this is a lucky person. Just, oh my gosh, so many reasons to have this bottle. So we are giving away water to go 25 ouncer. And the first winner of the show is inside the chat. It is a female, I do believe. Her name is Jennifer. It is Jennifer Teresa. Jennifer, congratulations. You have won one of these bad boys. And when you start using it, of course, we would love for you to post. Let us know what you think. Tag me, tag Grommet, tag Water to Go, so that we can take your post and keep promoting it and continue to push it out to more and more people. So congratulations, and thank you to Water to Go for allowing us to do the giveaway. We love our giveaways. Okay, we are going to move on to a product that I don't know how many people are going to admit that they need this product, but I was so excited to be knowing that I was featuring it today as I was having coffee again with my mom, because my mom needs this product in a big way, but she has not gotten to the point in her life where she admits that she needs this product. But what I have learned, where is the product? Oh, here it is. What I have learned is that in America today, there are over 430 million people that deal with this problem. And I would love for everybody to be honest when I tell you what the problem is, if this is something that you deal with at all, or if anybody tells you that it's a problem for you. And that is mild to moderate hearing loss. And so are you somebody that you find yourself having to turn the TV up a little louder than you used to turn it up? Or you find yourself saying what all the time when people are calling your name or talking to you? Or you find yourself maybe reading lips more? That's the thing with my mom, as she won't admit it. She says, I do not have a hearing issue, but I can, when I'm going to visit her, I can hear the TV from way down the hall. because it's so loud, because she has to have it so high up. And then we actually have a lot of laughs around it, the things she thinks that I'm saying, but I'm saying something completely different. And she says it's my fault because it's my voice tone and all of that. But regardless, she definitely has mild to moderate, I would say more moderate hearing loss. And so if you are someone that has that, so many people that do have it, the 430 million, never get hearing aids to deal with that for very good reason, because they are a flipping fortune. And I know this because we got hearing aids for my mother-in-law. And luckily we had a friend who was very high up at this company, so they gave us a discount on it. But the original cost of these hearing aids was $6,000, which blew my mind. I had no idea that hearing aids cost them. I'd never pondered it, but I don't know what I thought they cost. And if they were a lot, I was sure insurance would cover it. Very seldom does insurance cover hearing aids unless you're deaf. So most of America, they're not deaf, but they definitely have a hearing issue that can really impede everything for them. And yet they're so expensive that nobody gets them. And so I think the average cost is about $2,500 per hearing aid, from what I understand. So, I mean, it's kind of crazy. So when I discovered these hearing aids right here, they are called Audien 2 or Audien Atom 2. These are so good on so many levels. You're seeing the first reason they're so good right there. You guys, a pair of hearing aids for $189 is nuts when you see how expensive they are. And what I love is that these are over the counter. You don't have to go to a fancy audiologist or doctor, get all these testing done before they'll finally give you a fitting for hearing aids. And then you finally get them, and thousands of dollars later, you have your hearing aids. These are over the counter. You could buy them right now using that QR code, and you'll get them home for $189. And so inside, and they are now, I haven't used them myself, but so again, when I don't use things, I do study them inside and out before I will talk about them on Grommet. And the reviews are incredible on these. What people love most, number one, is the price point, and number two, how easy it is that you just can go and you can get a pair right here. But you might notice that they're also very small. These are actually the smallest hearing aids on the market, and they're about 28% smaller than a typical hearing aid. I will show you a picture just for comparison's sake. If I can find it, there it is. Okay, so you're seeing just a typical hearing aid, which is another reason that I think people shy away from getting them, is because nobody wants that big clunky thing sticking out their ear, screaming, I'm getting old. And so this one, as we move over, you'll see it's almost, when it's in the ear, that gentleman on the right is wearing them, and you don't even see them. So they're almost invisible the way they sit inside the ear canal. So that's another reason that they are so highly reviewed. There are 500, now it's probably close to 1 million, but the statistic when I originally started researching these were 500,000 users, and all the reviews are so good. So it's premium sound. People are saying that the feedback that you so often can get with hearing aids, there's ringing that can be in your ears with hearing aids. This does not have that. The simplicity of charging these with USB-C cord, which comes with it, and then it's got different size little silicone cushions, so you can get the perfect fit with them without having to go get fitted with the doctor. Just makes the whole process so easy. And the fact that you can get them for $189 instead of thousands of dollars, I love this, because I know so many people that deal with this, and none of them have hearing aids for all of the reasons that we just talked about. And so the fact that this just kind of does away with all of those obstacles and opens up a whole new world for people that can't hear well. And again, it's mild to moderate. If you have severe hearing issue, this is probably not for you. But if you are someone that you just don't hear like you used to, songs just don't sound as clear as they used to, then this is for you. It's gonna, I mean, everyone says you put them on and instantly you never knew. You forgot how clear it's supposed to be. And so what a gift. What a gift to our world. And they're saying right now, I mentioned the 430 million. They say by 2050, that number is going to be 700 million. That has to do with noise pollution that's I don't understand completely, but that number is growing rapidly. So I thought that was kind of interesting. Let's see, what else am I forgetting? It's won numerous awards. And basically, the magic to these is there is a chip. It's called an A2 microchip that is embedded inside. And it is that microchip that is the magic that makes you hear so easily. Let's see, not me, my boyfriend, and his mother. See, everybody knows somebody, right? Somebody that needs these and that you're having to raise your voice so they can hear you. That's the person that needs these for sure. Paul is saying, oh, yes, my hearing has been fading as I age for sure. Common problem. Yes, it is. Paul, you are not alone. And Sherry says, I have difficulty hearing in a loud room. Yep, I hear that a lot. That's super, super common. So if you know anybody that is dealing with this, I would be willing to bet there are two reasons they have not gotten hearing aids yet, or if they have them, they may not be using them. But the two reasons being the price. It's just so few people can afford to do that, especially if you just have mild to moderate. You're thinking, do I really need to spend thousands of dollars to deal with this, or can I just deal with it? So I think that's the big one. And then who wants that big clunky bulky thing hanging out of your ear? Not very many people are okay with that. So this takes care of both of those things beautifully, and it's so simple. So this could be another one of my favorite Grommet products. Love it so much. This is one that I want everybody to share with everybody because so many people need it, and now it's suddenly affordable to solve this problem. So pretty great. Love, love, love. And again, it's Audion Atom 2. That one says Audion Atom, but it's Atom 2. I think it's the latest version. Okay, we are moving on to a fantastic product, and I know that they are in the chat. I have seen them, and it is a fellow female innovator who created this beautiful work of art, is kind of what came to mind for me when I first saw it. And I do love wine. And so as soon as I saw we're having a special wine product on, anything having to do with wine, I'm all about it. I am a red wine drinker myself. There was a time when I was white, and I don't know when I made the transition to red, but I prefer red now. And I do know that aeration is very important to wine. I learned about this in Napa when I was wine tasting one time, where I was fascinated. What is, there's so many wine accessories out there for aerating wine. And I just thought, so this must be a thing. I need to know about this. What is wine aeration actually do? And so I did learn about it and came to appreciate it. But I know that there are so many of them out there that don't do a very good job. And this one is known to be very, very premium, the best of the best. The innovator is here with us tonight, and her name is Donna. And I loved watching, Donna, your video, and she loves wine, and she's in Italy. And anyway, let me just, without further ado, let me show you the product, and then we'll go through it. So here it is on the stand. This is called the Il Piccolo Sommelier. Beautiful. This is hand blown glass. So as I said, it really is just sort of a work of art. I'm going to take it off the stand. So I'm calling this a stand, but at the same time, it's a drying rack, because this is not something that you're going to want to put in the dishwasher. Definitely not. So this is something you're going to want to wash by hand. But when you do, then you can put it on this nice drying rack. And this is also where it's sort of the stand where it can sit on your bar or wherever you keep your wine and your wine accessories. And then it does come with these silicone stoppers. So obviously this one is going to be for your wine itself. And then this one goes right here and there. Now, this wine aerator is, as I said, known to be premium, and some of the most prestigious sommeliers who have tried it have been blown away by it. And they have had independent testing done, and it supposedly aerates wine at a level of 50% better than any other aerator does. And there was one sommelier in particular that was talking about, they couldn't believe how quickly it works to aerate the wine. And so when I say quickly, what the shishi sommeliers will say is that sometimes it can take 2 or 3 days to properly aerate wine. This one does it in 45 seconds. So pretty incredible. And it does it, as I said, 50% better. So let's look at a video to give you a sense of what I am talking about here. Where's my video? There it is. Okay. So, Oh, we got the glare guard up, Jen. How do we get rid of that? Okay. So there it is going on to the bottle. And then when she tips it over to just about 45 degrees there, it's going into the aerator and then pouring right into the glass. And I sped that up. I cut a little bit out, so we didn't do the full 45 seconds. But I'm going to show you that one more time just because we had a little distraction there. So there she is putting the silicone cork on there, and that's going to go directly into the wine bottle, as you're seeing right there. And then when she tips it, that's when the aeration begins. Goes into that bulb right there, and that is a good 6 ounce, like a perfect 6 ounce pour, and then into the glass, and it is ready to drink. And so what exactly does aeration do? What it does, from my understanding, and Donna, you correct me if I'm wrong, because I know that you are the expert, but it dissolves the oxygen in the wine, and in doing, it softens the tannins of the wine. And I am someone that likes tannins, but when wine is properly aerated, to me, it just makes the tannins smoother and just have a better taste. But it really just kind of wakes the wine up, and it releases flavor profiles much more, especially this one in particular, in 45 seconds, much more quickly. Like every wine does need to be woken up. So that's why they say, you know, so many people say 6 minutes, give it 6 minutes, whatever the time is supposed to be. But that's the idea, is once you open the bottle, that it needs time for the flavor profiles to meld and to, you know, really wake up so that you can taste it the way it was intended to be tasted. So her whole vision was wine should be tasted the way that the winemakers intended it to be. And when it comes out of a bottle, it just isn't there. And so she wanted to create the most premium aerator, so that if you are, you know, I want to say if you're having a really special bottle of wine, you would want to use this. But the truth is, you would want to use this for any bottle of wine. And we're showing it in red there. And I say, I drink red, but it is just as good for white and just as good for rosé. So any one of the three. And it's so beautiful and comes in a gorgeous box, which is somewhere around here, right here. So it's such a wonderful gift to me. Like, what a special gift to give someone. Could be somebody, it could be somebody getting married. What a wonderful wedding gift, a bridal gift, a retirement gift, anyone that just, you know, someone in your life who really loves wine and appreciates wine. I mean, what Donna has done is basically perfected the art of aeration. And so it is that perfect aeration and done so quickly. And somebody chimed in the chat, thank you for saying that. How did I not think of that? What a fabulous Valentine's Day gift idea. How wonderful to buy a really special bottle of wine and have this along with it. And maybe you're going to a special dinner or making dinner at home. I love that idea. Let's see, Linda's saying, we bought Il Piccolo a few weeks back, and it's the only way my husband can drink red wine and not get a headache. That I did not know. I didn't know that it made a difference with that. Is that's legit? Because boy, I think that's music to a lot of people's ears. Nobody wants that wine headache. And if it helps with that too, but there's just something when I'm watching the videos and I'm looking at it here, it's so gorgeous. It just elevates the whole experience of having a glass or a bottle of wine. And I think when you're drinking wine, it should feel special. It should. I mean, yes, we have those moments when we just need a cheap bottle of wine with dinner. That's great too. But if you're someone who really cares about wine, and you know, maybe you go wine tasting and you buy bottles from the different wineries, to be able to drink it in this way, to aerate it so perfectly, drink it the way, sip it the way that it was intended to be sipped. How wonderful. And so, gosh, yes, what a wonderful gift, especially Valentine's. I love that. Perfect timing. What else did I miss here? It brings out the beauty of any wine. Love it. I'm now craving a nice glass of red. You and me both. I went out to dinner last night with a fellow female inventor. It was so much fun. And we did have a really nice bottle of wine. And shoot, that we didn't have this with us. I wish I would have brought it. But Donna, I love it. I'm so happy to have this on Grommet. It's so special. It's so exquisite, so beautiful. And just the whole presentation, as I said, the gift box is gorgeous. The way it's packaged is gorgeous. And then to have the stand, just so, so pretty. So well done. Thank you for being here. And guys, yes, Valentine's. And she is confirming, yes, headache free. Wow. Love that. Could make a cheap bottle taste like an expensive bottle. You know what? Paul is saying that. I was actually going to ask that of Donna. Does it help a bottle that's not so good taste much better? Does it fix a cheap bottle of wine? I would be really curious about that. I might try that tonight and I will let you know. I'll taste it before, and I really will. I think I'm going to do that. I have a new favorite wine for every day, when you don't want to spend a lot of money on wine. I have a new favorite red that I will try that with. We're happy to be featured. Yay. You're right, Paul. We love making all wines exquisite. So it does work to make an inexpensive wine taste expensive and get rid of the headache in the process. That is a major win. I love it. Thank you so much for bringing this to us. Great, great product. And I'm going to segue into a product that has absolutely nothing to do with wine that I can think of. It's a very different product, but a very handy, useful product. And I, being somebody that you guys know, most of you know, I do have a dog. I have Coco, my black lab and best friend in the world. And Coco and I go on lots of walks on Balboa Island. And let me tell you, it's this island that we live on. There is not a lot of grass area, not a lot of area for dogs to do their thing. You know what I mean? So any product that has to do with their thing, I love to hear about, see about, all of that. And this is one of those products. This product, I love the name. I know she's in the chat. It is called Bag to the Bone. Such a great, fun name. And it kind of really says it, because what it is it's a bone that is for holding your bags. But it's really cleverly done. Very, very simple. But one of the things that bothers me the most, nothing really bothers me about Coco, but one thing that I don't love to do is when I take her and she does her thing, and then I have to carry around the bag with her thing inside, and you're smelling it kind of, and I just can't wait to find the trash can but usually the trash cans end up being so far away from when she did her thing. So this is so clever, because here it is. It is a bone. There is a heart-shaped kind of a silicone pad here that is put there for a very good reason. And what it basically does is it makes it very simple to open one of the poop bags. And if you have used these, who can relate to having difficulty opening a poop bag? They're a lot like the ones at the grocery stores. I have such a hard time opening those, and I always look around. Is it just me that can't open these? But the idea is when you rub the edge of the bag, it just makes it really easy to open, so that in of itself is a problem solver. And then once you do open it, I did it very easily right before the show. And now, of course. So then once you do open it, and then the dog does their thing, which I'm going to show you right here. So we're pretending that this is Coco's. So it's not, but we'll pretend it is. And so it's in there. You're tying up the bag like that. And then the other end of the bone has a little slot in it. So then you can just so perfectly slide the bag into the slot, and you don't have to carry this anymore. So you're not having it near your hands and all of that. It has this carabiner clip. It's actually an S, not the typical C, an S, which I love, because this can either clip onto the leash. It can clip onto the dog's harness if you want. It can clip onto your belt loop, but you're not having to carry this around. And because of this cinch right here, you're not smelling anything. And if you are someone that has two dogs that you're walking, this is big enough and wide enough for you to have two bags in here. So two big problem solvers. Number one, again, just so clever that this, just by rubbing it on the plastic, makes it so easy to open these bags. So that solves that problem. So I think, and the creator of this is Michelle Morse, who is in the house. And Michelle, I think I'm going to keep this hooked to my purse and have it with me at the grocery store so I can open the other bags, because I'm certain if it works on these, it opens all of the bags. So I love that. And I can only imagine you inventing that part. Like, well, how did you come up with that? I would have never, ever thought of that. And it just fits so perfectly with the shape of the bone. So love that. And she has them in all different colors. And so here is the blue. This is the gray. This is the red, as you guys saw. And I think those are the only ones I have, but I do believe there was another one. Let me double check on that. Let's see. Oh, it looks like there's a lighter gray and a darker gray. So I think I've got the lighter gray here, and then there is that darker gray. Yeah, that's where it is. So just, very, very lightweight. I think it weighs all of 6 ounces. So it's not like if you have it hooked to your belt loop, which I think would be probably most common. That's kind of the easiest. You forget that it's there. So it's like no weight at all, but yet you can just take it, rub the side of the bag, put it in, and cinch it here until you get to the trash or you get back home, and then goes right into the trash. So super, super smart. Michelle is saying, hello, everyone. Yay, I have customers who keep one on the purse for the grocery store and one on the dog leash so they don't get confused. Oh, that's actually good point. That is great. And yes, she has dark gray, light gray, red, and blue. And Michelle, which is your biggest seller? If you've watched before, I always love to guess. I'm going to go with dark gray. I'm tempted to say light gray, but I'm going to guess dark gray. Be very curious. And when did you invent? How long has this been out? Because it really is so smart. I mean, the number of people I see walking around Balboa Island, like not wanting to, like this with their poop bags. Thank you so much. What a beautiful presentation. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Oh, red is the biggest. Oh, I love to hear that. So this could be, actually, this is a cute little Valentine gift for the dog lovers in your life because it's red and it has a heart on it. Let's see. Bonnie is chiming in saying she has one and she hangs it on the dog leash. Yeah, that's where I thought of first, was because I've got sort of a D-ring on the dog leash. So that's the perfect spot for it. I'm not touching it. I'm not holding it. All of that. I love it. She invented it in March of 2020 and it was released in November. Look at you. That is a fast development time. Love it. Awesome. And yeah, we have a lot of pet products on Grommet, and everyone I love because they solve such different problems. But if you have a dog, you know this problem, and this is a great problem solver. Great for Valentine's Day. And as a Kansas City girl, it's great for the Chiefs. Yes, it is. Are they going to do it again this year? I can't believe it. So exciting. I actually got to wear, a little side note here, a Chiefs Super Bowl ring. I have a picture of me wearing one, and it was actually the grandfather. I met the grandfather of one of the Chiefs, and he let me wear it. It is bigger than my hand. I couldn't believe it. So how cute that the player gifted it to his grandpa. Well, they have so many of them now. Why not? Okay, guys, that was our 6th product, which means we are going to do another giveaway. So that is the last product of the night. But you guys, so many of you doubled your chances inside the chat. So that makes me happy because hopefully one of you guys are going to be the big winner. If you have not entered yet, you still can, because I'm going to do a quick. So go ahead and use that QR code to enter. So you're still in the running if you do it right now. I'm going to do a quick recap of all the products that we did tonight while you guys are entering. And also in the chat, tell me what product you want to win. Because actually, if I'm being honest, I haven't picked it yet. So you guys are going to weigh in on this and be able to sway me to a product potentially. So let me know what you want to win, but let's go back and talk about all the products very, very quickly. The first one was this guy right here. This is water to go. Incredible invention. Filters 99.9% of all of bacteria, parasites, viruses, you name it, sediment. I mean, you can literally put this into a puddle of water on the ground, fill it up, and drink from this instantly. One thing I want to mention that I didn't mention is when you drink from it, you will notice that it comes out a little bit slower. And the reason why that is because it's being filtered before it comes out. So that's normal if you find that to be the case. And there is the 2 different sizes, the 25 ounce and the 18.5 ounce. So choices. And then oh my gosh, one of my very favorite products ever. It is changing my world. This is the Jimba activation board. It goes underneath my desk. When I put my standing desk up, instead of just standing there static with my legs locked, my muscles are activated and I'm mimicking the movement of walking, and it's helping with my stability and my balance. And it makes me feel so much better. I love it so much. And then the next one is Glare Guard. If you guys deal with glare at all, you know what I'm talking about. Comes up and down. solves it instantly. And then how about the hearing aids? These guys for $189. Typical hearing aids are anywhere from $2,500 on up to $7,000, $8,000. $189 over the counter, so simple, and the smallest hearing aids there are. It's almost 30% smaller than the average hearing aid. And then, of course, we have this gorgeous, gorgeous wine aerator called Il Piccolo Sommelier. And our maker in the house is Donna, and it aerates better, 50% better than other wine aerators, and does it in literally 45 seconds. So if you're someone who wants to get to that wine, that is going to help you. And it also helps, even if you're not drinking expensive wine, just to make any wine taste better and do away with those wine headaches. So everybody loves to hear that. And then we have our bag to the bone, this guy right here, which helps you open the poop bags, and then the other side gives you a way to hold them without you having to hold them. So every one of these is so innovative and so cool. So I hope everybody got in on the giveaway. We are going to go ahead and let you know right now. Oh, I did see this person inside the chat. Our second winner. I haven't even told you what she's winning yet, and nobody chimed in to tell me what they wanted. So, oh, yes, they did. Now I'm seeing a couple of them. I am going to give away a Jimba because it is so game-changing. It really is. And whether you have a standing desk or not. And I mean, even kids like to play on it and do their thing on it, but just no matter your age, to be able to get that balance and stability and posture and blood circulating and all of that. I love it so much. So I want somebody else to experience it. So this next winner is going to be getting a Jimba, and it comes in so many cool colors. So you get to choose your color. Jen will reach out to you to find out which one and what your shipping address is. And the winner is in the chat. Her name is Linda Taniudi. I'm certain I mispronounced it. But Linda, you know who you are, and congratulations to you. I cannot wait to hear what you think of the Jimba. It's phenomenal. You're going to love it. Even just, I was just thinking, I haven't done this yet, but even just sitting and watching TV, like rather than just sitting there, why not have this under your feet doing, love it. So everyone's saying congratulations to Linda. And again, Linda, Jen will reach out to you and get your shipping address and your color and get that out to you. And to everybody else, to my makers, you guys, thank you so much for being here. I think every one of you was here live with us tonight, and that makes it so, so, so fun. And thank you to all of our viewers, of course, you guys, for being here. It's such a joy to me. Literally every show I do, I love so much. And so much of that is due to all of you guys. And next week, I just want to remind everybody we are here every week. Next week, we'll be back on Thursday night. Jen, am I right? I'm hoping I'm not messing this up, but so that is, oh, I gotta move this to be able to see this. Gosh, it keeps going down. Oh no, she's correcting me. Thank goodness. What would I do? Wait, is that next Tuesday? Oh my gosh, I'm not realizing it's almost February. Who knows? I don't know where I've been. How could I forget? Because you guys, next month, for those who don't already know, my favorite month of the year is Women Inventors Month, which is the month of February. Being a female inventor, this is big. So I do a big to-do about Women Inventors Month, and we talk about famous women inventors and all of that. And all month long, every Tuesday night at 4 o'clock on the West Coast and 7 o'clock on the East Coast, we are featuring exclusively women-owned products from Grommet. And so not only am I going to be showing you my favorite women-owned products on Grommet, but I'm also going to be doing a special spotlight on the woman who created the product. So I really hope you guys will come back and join us for those. And I know we've had women inventors in the show tonight. So it's so much fun. Last year it was so fun, and they were our highest rated shows because so many women wanted to come on and support each other. So I hope you guys will all be there every Tuesday in February, devoted exclusively to our women-owned brands, our female founders, our women inventors. So I hope to see you guys next Tuesday at 4 p.m. and 7 p.m. Until then, have a wonderful weekend, early weekend, and I'll see you next Tuesday. Bye-bye.